Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be continuing our series about children's lives in different periods of time. Today we're going to be talking about World War I, which happened between the years 1914 to 1918. Life in this time for children is similar as it is today. Children got up, they went to school, they played outside and they laughed, but there were some differences. During this time, school children would sit at long benches. Children of all ages would be taught together. Sometimes there would be up to 60 in a class. If it was a big school, boys and girls would be taught separately. The teacher's desk would be at the front, along with a blackboard. There was no central heating in the classroom, and there would often be a fire and an iron stove near the teacher's desk to warm the classroom. Children wrote on slate so they could rub it away after they were done. In lessons, children would copy things down and chant to learn them. Boys were taught carpentry and how to use tools. Girls were taught to sew, knit and how to cook. Most children also learnt how to garden. This helped with the war effort. It helped to grow food for the school so that their food could go to the soldiers. They also helped with the war effort by knitting things for soldiers and finding materials to recycle. PE lessons in this time were also different. They were known as drills. Drills were introduced to promote discipline and fitness. Children would march or do some sort of sport like boxing to build strength. Teachers were strict. Children had to sit in silence for their lessons. Some pupils were made monitors in a classroom so that they could help the teacher. School dinners were also similar as they are today. They were served once a day, but the food was different. During the war years, food began to run short, so schools had to make do with what they had. Lots of schools, like I mentioned before, taught children how to garden. This food was used for the school dinners. After school, children would play outside, read, or help around the house. If they could afford to, they might go to the cinema. Usually, one evening on the weekend, they would have a bath in a little bathtub with water from the stove. Some children also went to Sunday school in church on Sundays. Let's recap. School during World War I was similar to now. All children learnt, had teachers, played outside and had to behave. But the situation was different. They had to help with the war effort, do PE drills, and schools had less food. We can definitely say that children during World War I played their part with the war effort. For our daily task, imagine you are a teacher during the First World War. Imagine you are writing a letter to the parents of the children in your class. Think about what you might say and how the children might respond. Let's have a look at my example. 14th of October 1916. Dear parents, guardians and caregivers, we have decided that we're going to teach the children to garden. This will help with making school dinners. Also, it might help with growing extra food for the war effort. I would be thankful if anyone would be able to come into school on Friday afternoon to help us out with our first gardening lesson. From Miss Smith. I have written about teaching all children to garden and the benefits of learning this skill. Have a go, and when you are done, ask an adult to let me know how you get on in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that this video was useful as an introduction to children's lives during the First World War. My personal tutoring and Twitter links are down below. Thanks so much again. And remember to take some time for yourself in this crazy world. Bye for now.